strands catch the morning light. In the mirror, a stranger looks back at me. These deep lines tracing around my eyes show the years that have quietly flown away. Only now that my youth has faded out do I see the road you walked alone. Through the storms of life you stood so tall, giving everything to light my darkened path. Now my heart is filled with quiet tears, wishing I could hold your hand today. Worn out shoes sitting by the door tell the story of steps that you took for us. In the cold of the early winter wind, you would never complain of the freezing air. Only now that my youth has faded out do I see the road you walked alone. Through the storms of life you stood so tall, giving everything to light my darkened path. Now my heart is filled with quiet tears, wishing I could hold your hand today. All those times I turned my face away, screaming out in selfish youthful pride, yet you smiled and wrapped me in your warmth, patiently waiting for me to understand. Through the storms of life you stood so tall, giving everything to light my darkened path. Now my heart is filled with quiet tears, wishing I could hold your hand today. Heavy wool rests upon these shoulders now as I step out into the freezing night, feeling the burden of a family name and the quiet duty that guides my way. In the silence of this growing age, I can feel the warmth of your embrace. You carried the world upon your back with a gentle smile that hid the pain. Every sacrifice you made for me shines like a guiding star in the dark. Cold hands typing at a wooden desk, trying hard to build a peaceful home. Thinking of the hours you gave away, working late under the lonely streetlights. In the silence of this growing age, I can feel the warmth of your embrace. You carried the world upon your back with a gentle smile that hid the pain. Every sacrifice you made for me shines like a guiding star in the dark. How I wish I had said thank you then, instead of complaining about my dreams. But your love was quiet and so deep, asking for nothing in return at all. You carried the world upon your back with a gentle smile that hid the pain. Every sacrifice you made for me shines like a guiding star in the dark. Leather worn thin at the heel today, lying quietly in the corner of the hall, reminds me of how you walk the floor, waiting up for me to come back home. Now that I have children of my own, I finally understand the anxious way. Your endless grace was like a quiet shield, keeping all the bitter winds at bay. Underneath the shadow of your wings, I grew up safe and never knew the cold. Faded colors on the old hallway rug, where you stood to welcome me with open arms, never asking where the night had gone, only glad to see me safe and sound. Now that I have children of my own, I finally understand the anxious way. Your endless grace was like a quiet shield, keeping all the bitter winds at bay. Underneath the shadow of your wings, I grew up safe and never knew the cold. Forgive the boy who didn't know your heart, who thought his freedom was the only goal. I am standing in your footsteps now, hoping to be half the guide you were. Your endless grace was like a quiet shield, keeping all the bitter winds at bay. Underneath the shadow of your wings, I grew up safe and never knew the cold. Whispers through the window pane, while I sit alone with a cup of tea, looking at the empty wooden chairs where we used to laugh so long ago. In the quiet of this early dawn, your soft voice comes drifting back to me. You gave up your dreams so I could fly, painting colors on my empty sky, with a love that never asked for praise, spanning across the long and weary days. watching the steam rise from my cup, thinking of the meals you used to make, always saving the best parts for me, while you ate the cold remains alone. In the quiet of this early dawn, your soft voice comes drifting back to me. You gave up your dreams so I could fly, painting colors on my empty sky, with a love that never asked for praise, spanning across the long and weary days. The debt of love I never can repay, heavy in my chest but sweet to hold. I will pass it down the family line, just the way you taught me how to live. You gave up your dreams so I could fly, painting colors on my empty sky, with a love that never asked for praise, spanning across the long and weary days. Faint pencil lines on the wooden door frame show how fast the years have climbed away, measuring the growth of a restless child who couldn't wait to leave this house behind. Now my own joints ache with every step, and I see how much you bend for me. The tallest tree was once a tiny seed, sheltered by your strong and steady roots. Deep within the earth of your sweet soul, I found the strength to reach up to the sun. Dusty albums lying on the shelf, filled with memories of picnics in the park, where you smiled despite the heavy load, carrying the bags and all our cares. Now my own joints ache with every step, and I see how much you bend for me. The tallest tree was once a tiny seed, sheltered by your strong and steady roots. Deep within the earth of your sweet soul, I found the strength to reach up to the sun. I am sorry for the times I ran away, thinking I was strong enough alone. When the world was throwing stones at me, you were always there to take the blow. The tallest tree was once a tiny seed, sheltered by your strong and steady roots. Deep within the earth of your sweet soul, I found the strength to reach up to the sun. tells a quiet story now. When I look down at my trembling hands, filled with calluses and steady lines, just like the ones that used to hold me tight. The older I get, the more I see your reflection looking back at me. Those hands that worked until the break of day swept the thorns out of my youthful way, building up a fort of tender care, answering my every silent prayer. Washing dishes in the quiet sink, feeling the cold water on my skin, thinking of how you kept the kitchen warm even when the winter cold ran low. The older I get, the more I see your reflection looking back at me. Those hands that worked until the break of day swept the thorns out of my youthful way, building up a fort of tender care, answering my every silent prayer. I used to think that you were made of stone, never showing tiredness or fear. Now I know you wept when you were all alone, hiding all the worries from our ears. Those hands that worked until the break of day swept the thorns out of my youthful way, building up a fort of tender care, answering my every silent prayer. Steam rises from a single bowl tonight, bringing back the scent of childhood days. You would sit and watch me eat my fill, saying you were full of happy thoughts. A parent's hunger is a hidden thing that only grown-up children learn to see. You fed my soul with every single spark, keeping out the hunger and the dark, pouring out your life into my cup, always lifting my young spirit up. The soup from my own kin, hoping it will warm them from inside. And I find myself repeating words you said, wishing you were here to guide my hand. A parent's hunger is a hidden thing that only grown-up children learn to see. My soul with every single spark, keeping out the hunger and the dark, pouring out your life into my cup, always lifting my young spirit up. kitchen light is glowing soft and low. How I wish that you could join us now to taste the gratitude inside this bowl and feel the love that you have left behind. You fed my soul with every single spark, keeping out the hunger and the dark, pouring out your life into my cup, always lifting my young spirit up. Tick-tock echoes in an empty room, marking off the hours that we have left. I remember how you used to count the time, waiting for my key to turn the lock. The years are speeding like a summer train, leaving only shadows in the rain. But the warmth of your devoted heart stays with me, although we are apart. Every gentle lesson that you taught is the greatest treasure that I bought. Polishing the old grandfather clock, feeling the brass cool against my hand, thinking of the quiet life you led, putting all our wishes first instead. The years are speeding like a summer train, leaving only shadows in the rain. But the warmth of your devoted heart stays with me, although we are apart. Every gentle lesson that you taught is the greatest treasure that I bought. Time is such a cruel and steady thief, stealing all the moments that we share. Yet it brings me closer to your side as I walk the path of parenthood with pride. But the warmth of your devoted heart stays with me, although we are apart. Every gentle lesson that you taught is the greatest treasure that I bought. Curved lines of a fading silhouette, walk slowly down the autumn street ahead. One so tall and strong against the wind, now leaning on a wooden cane for strength. I used to run to keep up with your pace. Now I gently slow down for your grace. You bent your spine so I could stand up tall, catching me whenever I would fall, with a love that didn't fear the strain, shielding me from every drop of rain, helping you to cross the busy road, feeling how your hand is small and frail. This is the hand that held me when I cried, guiding me through every dark mistake. I used to run to keep up with your pace. Now I gently slow down for your grace. You bent your spine so I could stand up tall, catching me whenever I would fall, with a love that didn't fear the strain, shielding me from every drop of rain. The world is rushing past us far too fast, but I will hold this moment till the last, giving back the patience that you showed on this long and winding mountain road. You bent your spine so I could stand up tall, catching me whenever I would fall, with a love that didn't fear the strain, shielding me from every drop of rain. Yellowed paper lies beneath the keys of the old piano in the corner room, filled with words I never dared to say, when the pride of youth was in my way. Now the silence speaks a deeper truth to the bittersweetness of my youth. I am sorry for the quiet sighs, for the tears that gathered in your eyes. Thank you for the love you freely gave, stronger than the wind and ocean wave. Finding old receipts and shopping lists, written in your elegant, neat hand, always buying things that we would need, while you wore the same old faded coat. Now the silence speaks a deeper truth to the bittersweetness of my youth. I am sorry for the quiet sighs, for the tears that gathered in your eyes. Thank you for the love you freely gave, stronger than the wind and ocean wave. If I could turn the clock back to the start, I would place these words upon your hand, but I will sing them to the starry sky, hoping that in your eyes. Thank you for the love you freely gave, stronger than the wind and ocean wave. Golden leaves carpet the sidewalk now, as I take a walk in the afternoon sun, remembering the times we walked this way, talking about what my future would hold. The wisdom of your gentle, quiet voice now guides me in my every single choice. You planted seeds of hope within my chest, always pushing me to do my best, nurturing the dreams I held so high underneath the wide and open sky. The air is crisp and carries memories of your laughter, echoing so clear. You made the hardest days feel like a game, so I would never have to feel the shame. The wisdom of your gentle, quiet voice now guides me in my every single choice. You planted seeds of hope within my chest, always pushing me to do my best, nurturing the dreams I held so high underneath the wide and open sky. How beautiful the trees look as they age, turning into gold and burning red, just like the quiet beauty of your life, shining brighter through the storm and strife. You planted seeds of hope within my chest, always pushing me to do my best, nurturing the dreams I held so high underneath the wide and open sky. Raindrops patter on the canvas roof as I walk through the crowded city square, holding a small umbrella in the wind, feeling the cold water on my shoulder sleeve. I remember how you held it over me, letting yourself get soaked so I'd be dry. Your love was a shelter in the rain, taking on the worry and the pain, standing like a wall against the storm, just to keep my fragile spirit warm. Now I hold the screen from my own child, feeling the cold rain upon my back, and I smile because I finally know why you chose to let the water flow. I remember how you held it that soaks so I'd be dry. Your love was a shelter in the rain, taking on the worry and the pain, standing like a wall against the storm, just to keep my fragile spirit warm. A parent's shoulder is always wet and cold, but their heart is warmer than a stove. Thank you for the rains you stood within, so that my own journey could begin. Your love was a shelter in the rain, taking on the worry and the pain, standing like a wall against the storm, just to keep my fragile spirit warm. Quiet words spoken in the dark come back to me when I am lost again. Simple truths about the way to live and the grace it takes to just forgive. I used to think that they were old cliches, but they are lights along these weary days. You gave me a map I couldn't read, knowing exactly what I would need, waiting for the day I'd grow up tall to understand the meaning of it all. Now I sit beside my sleeping son, wondering if he will hear my voice, hoping that the seeds I plant today will guide him when he starts to lose his way. I used to think that they were old cliches, but they are lights along these weary days. You gave me a map I couldn't read, knowing exactly what I would need, waiting for the day I'd grow up tall to understand the meaning of it all. How much patience did it take to wait for a foolish heart to open up its gate? I bow my head in quiet gratitude for the endless mercy of your attitude. You gave me a map I couldn't read, knowing exactly what I would need, waiting for the day I'd grow up tall to understand the meaning of it all. Black and white captures a youthful smile from a frame upon the dusty mantelpiece. You look looked so full of hope and wild dreams before the years began to take their toll. I see the spark that you put on hold to build a world for me to safely fold. You hid your own desires in the chest to make sure that my childhood was the best. Shedding your own colors one by one to let me shine beneath the summer sun. Staring at your eyes so bright and clear before the shadows of the worry came, I realized the price you paid for me, giving up the person you could be. I see the spark that you put on hold to build a world for me to safely fold. You hid your own desires in the chest to make sure that my childhood was the best. Shedding your own colors one by one to let me shine beneath the summer sun. I wanna tell you that it wasn't lost. Every single dream you laid aside lives inside the life I live today, with the debt I never can repay. You hid your own desires in the chest to make sure that my childhood was the best. Shedding your own colors one by one to let me shine beneath the summer sun. Winter wind beats against the glass, but the heater hums a gentle melody, reminding me of how you kept us warm when the world was freezing and unkind. Your love was the fire in the grate, keeping out the shadows of our fate. You made a home out of a drafty space, filling every corner with your grace, wrapping me in blankets made of prayer, showing me how deeply you could care. Sitting by the embers glowing red, thinking of the stories that you read, putting all my foolish fears to sleep with a promise that you'd always keep. Your love was the fire in the grate, keeping out the shadows of our fate. You made a home out of a drafty space, filling every corner with your grace, wrapping me in blankets made of prayer, showing me how deeply you could care. Now that I am standing in the cold, feeling all the years of growing old, I can feel the fire that you lit, burning in my heart where memories sit. You made a home out of a drafty empty space, filling every corner with your grace, wrapping me in blankets made of prayer, showing me how deeply you could care. Silver strands catch the morning light. In the mirror, a stranger looks back at me. These deep lines tracing around my eyes show the years that have quietly flown away. Only now that my youth has faded out do I see the road you walked alone. Through the storms of life you stood so tall, giving everything to light my darkened path. Now my heart is filled with quiet tears, wishing I could hold your hand today. Worn out shoes sitting by the door tell the story of steps that you took for us. In the cold of the early winter wind, you would never complain of the freezing air. Only now that my youth has faded out do I see the road you walked alone. Through the storms of life you stood so tall, giving everything to light my darkened path. Now my heart is filled with quiet tears, wishing I could hold your hand today. All those times I turned my face away, screaming out in selfish youthful pride, yet you smiled and wrapped me in your warmth, patiently waiting for me to understand. Through the storms of life you stood so tall, giving everything to light my darkened path. Now my heart is filled with quiet tears, wishing I could hold your hand today. Heavy wool rests upon these shoulders now, as I step out into the freezing night, feeling the burden of a family name and the quiet duty that guides my way. In the silence of this growing age, I can feel the warmth of your embrace. You carried the world upon your back with a gentle smile that hid the pain. Every sacrifice you made for me shines like a guiding star in the dark. Cold hands typing at a wooden desk, trying hard to build a peaceful home, thinking of the hours you gave away, working late under the lonely streetlights. In the silence of this growing age, I can feel the warmth of your embrace. You carried the world upon your back with a gentle smile that hid the pain. Every sacrifice you made for me shines like a guiding star in the dark. How I wish I had said thank you then, instead of complaining about my dreams. But your love was quiet and so deep, asking for nothing in return at all. You carried the world upon your back with a gentle smile that hid the pain. Every sacrifice you made for me shines like a guiding star in the dark. Leather worn thin at the heel today, lying quietly in the corner of the hall, reminds me of how you walk the floor, waiting up for me to come back home. Now that I have children of my own, I finally understand the anxious way. Your endless grace was like a quiet shield, keeping all the bitter winds at bay. Underneath the shadow of your wings, I grew up safe and never knew the cold. Faded colors on the old hallway rug, where you stood to welcome me with open arms, never asking where the night had gone, only glad to see me safe and sound. Now that I have children of my own, I finally understand the anxious way. Your endless grace was like a quiet shield, keeping all the bitter winds at bay. Underneath the shadow of your wings, I grew up safe and never knew the cold. Forgive the boy who didn't know your heart, who thought his freedom was the only goal. I am standing in your footsteps now, hoping to be half the guide you were. Your endless grace was like a quiet shield, keeping all the bitter winds at bay. Underneath the shadow of your wings, I grew up safe and never knew the cold. have so long ago. In the quiet of this early dawn, your soft voice comes drifting back to me. You gave up your dreams so I could fly, painting colors on my empty sky, with a love that never asked for praise, spanning across the long and weary days. Watching the steam rise from my cup, thinking of the meals you used to make, always saving the best parts for me, while you ate the cold remains alone. In the quiet of this early dawn, your soft voice comes drifting back to me. You gave up your dreams so I could fly, painting colors on my empty sky, with a love that never asked for praise, spanning across the long and weary days. The debt of love I never can repay, heavy in my chest but sweet to hold. I will pass it down the family line, just the way you taught me how to live. You gave up your dreams so I could fly, painting colors on my empty sky, with a love that never asked for praise, spanning across the long and weary days. Faint pencil lines on the wooden door frame show how fast the years have climbed away, measuring the growth of a restless child who couldn't wait to leave this house behind. Now my own joints ache with every step, and I see how much you've been for me. The tallest tree was once a tiny seed, sheltered by your strong and steady roots. Deep within the earth of your sweet soul, I found the strength to reach up to the sun. Dusty albums lying on the shelf, filled with memories of picnics in the park, where you smiled despite the heavy load, carrying the bags and all our cares. Now my own joints ache with every step, and I see how much you've been for me. The tallest tree was once a tiny seed, sheltered by your strong and steady roots. Deep within the earth of your sweet soul, I found the strength to reach up to the sun. I am sorry for the times I ran away, thinking I was strong enough alone. When the world was throwing stones at me, you were always there to take the blow. The tall this tree was once a tiny seed, sheltered by your strong and steady roots. Deep within the earth of your sweet soul, I found the strength to reach up to the sun. Rough skin tells a quiet story now. When I look down at my trembling hands, filled with calluses and steady lines, just like the ones that used to hold me tight. The older I get, the more I see your reflection looking back at me. Those hands that worked until the break of day swept the thorns out of my youthful way, building up a fort of tender care, answering my every silent prayer. Washing dishes in the quiet sink, feeling the cold water on my skin, thinking of how you kept the kitchen warm even when the winter cold ran low. The older I get, the more I see your reflection looking back at me. Those hands that worked until the break of day swept the thorns out of my youthful way, building up a fort of tender care, answering my every silent prayer. I used to think that you were made of stone, never showing tiredness or fear. Now I know you wept when you were all alone, hiding all the worries from our ears. Those hands that worked until the break of day swept the thorns out of my youthful way, building up a fort of tender care, answering my every silent prayer. Steam rises from a single bowl tonight, bringing back the scent of childhood days. You would sit and watch me eat my fill, saying you were full of happy thoughts. A parent's hunger is a hidden thing that only grown-up children learn to see. You fed my soul with every single spark, keeping out the hunger and the dark, pouring out your life into my cup, always lifting my young spirit up. children learn to see. You fed my soul with every single spark, keeping out the hunger and the dark, pouring out your life into my cup, always lifting my young spirit up. The kitchen light is glowing soft and low. How I wish that you could join us now to taste the gratitude inside this bowl and feel the love that you have left behind. You fed my soul with every single spark, keeping out the hunger and the dark, pouring out your life into my cup, always lifting my young spirit up. Tick-tock echoes in an empty room, marking off the hours that we have left. I remember how you used to count the time, waiting for my key to turn the lock. The years are speeding like a summer train, leaving only shadows in the rain. But the warmth of your devoted heart stays with me, although we are apart. Every gentle lesson that you taught is the greatest treasure that I bought. Polishing the old grandfather clock, feeling the brass cool against my hand, thinking of the quiet life you led, putting all our wishes first instead. The years are speeding like a summer train, leaving only shadows in the rain. But the warmth of your devoted heart stays with me, although we are apart. Every gentle lesson that you taught is the greatest treasure that I bought. Time is such a cruel and steady thief, stealing all the moments that we share. Yet it brings me closer to your side as I walk the path of parenthood with pride. But the warmth of your devoted heart stays with me, although we are apart. Every gentle lesson that you taught is the greatest treasure that I bought. Curved lines of a fading silhouette, Walk slowly down the autumn street ahead. One so tall and strong against the wind, now leaning on a wooden cane for strength. I used to run to keep up with your pace. Now I gently slow down for your grace. You bent your spine so I could stand up tall, catching me whenever I would fall, with a love that didn't fear the strain, shielding me from every drop of rain. Helping you to cross the busy road, feeling how your hand is small and frail. This is the hand that held me when I cried, guiding me through every dark mistake. I used to run to keep up with your pace. Now I gently slow down for your grace. You bent your spine so I could stand up tall, catching me whenever I would fall, with a love that didn't fear the strain, shielding me from every drop of rain. The world is rushing past us far too fast, but I will hold this moment till the last, giving back the patience that you showed on this long and winding mountain road. You bent your spine so I could stand up tall, catching me whenever I would fall, with a love that didn't fear the strain, shielding me from every drop of rain. Yellowed paper lies beneath the keys of the old piano in the corner room, filled with words I never dared to say, when the pride of youth was in my way. Now the silence speaks a deeper truth to the bittersweetness of my youth. I am sorry for the quiet sighs, for the tears that gathered in your eyes. Thank you for the love you freely gave, stronger than the wind and ocean wave. Finding old receipts and shopping lists, written in your elegant, neat hand, always buying things that we would need, while you wore the same old faded coat. Now the silence speaks a deeper truth to the bittersweetness of my youth. I am sorry for the quiet sighs, for the tears that gathered in your eyes. Thank you for the love you freely gave, strong could turn the clock back to the start, I would place these words upon your hand, but I will sing them to the starry sky, hoping that they reach you where you are. I am sorry for the quiet sighs, for the tears that gathered in your eyes. Thank you for the love you freely gave, stronger than the wind and ocean wave. Golden leaves carpet the sidewalk now, as I take a walk in the afternoon sun, remembering the times we walked this way, talking about what my future would hold. The wisdom of your gentle, quiet voice now guides me in my every single choice. You planted seeds of hope within my chest, always pushing me to do my best, nurturing the dreams I held so high underneath the wide and open sky. The air is crisp and carries memories of your laughter, echoing so clear. You made the hardest days feel like a game, so I would never have to feel the shame. The wisdom of your gentle, quiet voice now guides me in my every single choice. You planted seeds of hope within my chest, always pushing me to do my best, nurturing the dreams I held so high underneath the wide and open sky. How beautiful the trees look as they age, turning into gold and burning red, just like the quiet beauty of your life, shining brighter through the storm and strife. You planted seeds of hope within my chest, always pushing me to do my best, nurturing the dreams I held so high underneath the wide and open sky. Raindrops patter on the canvas roof as I walk through the crowded city square, holding a small umbrella in the wind, feeling the cold water on my shoulder sleeve. I remember how you held it over me, letting yourself get soaked so I'd be dry. Your love was a shelter in the rain, taking on the worry and the pain, standing like a wall against the storm, just to keep my fragile spirit finally know why you chose to let the water flow. I remember how you held it over me, letting yourself get soaked so I'd be dry. Your love was a shelter in the rain, taking on the worry and the pain, standing like a wall against the storm, just to keep my fragile spirit warm. A parent's shoulder is always wet and cold, but their heart is warmer than a stove. Thank you for the rains you stood within, so that my own journey could begin. Your love was a shelter in the rain, taking on the worry and the pain, standing like a wall against the storm, just to keep my fragile spirit warm. Quiet words spoken in the dark come back to me when I am lost again. Simple truths about the way to live, and the grace it takes to just forgive. I used to think that they were old cliches, but they are lights along these weary days. You gave me a map I couldn't read, knowing exactly what I would need, waiting for the day I'd grow up tall to understand the meaning of it all. Now I sit beside my sleeping son, wondering if he will hear my voice, hoping that the seeds I plant today will guide him when he starts to lose his way. I used to think that they were old cliches, but they are lights along these weary days. You gave me a map I couldn't read, knowing exactly what I would need, waiting for the day I'd grow up tall to understand the meaning of it all. How much patience did it take to wait for a foolish heart to open up its gate? I bow my head in quiet gratitude for the endless mercy of your attitude. You gave me a map I couldn't read, knowing exactly what I would need, waiting for the day I'd grow up tall to understand the meaning of it all. Black and white captures a youthful smile from a frame upon the dusty mantelpiece. You look so full of hope and wild dreams before the years began to take their toll. I see the spark that you put on hold to build a world for me to safely fold. You hid your own desires in the chest to make sure that my childhood was the best. Shedding your own colors one by one to let me shine beneath the summer sun. Staring at your eyes so bright and clear before the shadows of the worry came, I realized the price you paid for me, giving up the person you could be. I see the spark that you put on hold to build a world for me to safely fold. You hid your own desires in the chest to make sure that my childhood was the best. Shedding your own colors one by one to let me shine beneath the summer sun. I wanna tell you that it wasn't lost. Every single dream you laid aside lives inside the life I live today, with the debt I never can repay. You hid your own desires in the chest to make sure that my childhood was the best. Shedding your own colors one by one to let me shine beneath the summer sun. Winter wind beats against the glass, but the heater hums a gentle melody, reminding me of how you kept us warm when the world was freezing and unkind. Your love was the fire in the grate, keeping out the shadows of our fate. You made a home out of a drafty space, filling every corner with your grace, wrapping me in blankets made of prayer, showing me how deeply you could care. Sitting by the embers glowing red, thinking of the stories that you read, putting all my foolish fears to sleep with a promise that you'd always keep. Your love was the fire in the grate, keeping out the shadows of our fate. You made a home out of a drafty space, filling every corner with your grace, wrapping me in blankets made of prayer, showing me how deeply you could care. Now that I am standing in the cold, feeling all the years of growing old, I can feel the fire that you lit, burning in my heart where memories sit. You made a home out of a drafty space, filling every corner with your grace, wrapping me in blankets made of prayer, showing me how deeply you could care.